Yo, we up in the ring, breaking news with a jab. Ringside ramble, got the stories you grab. Video clips, front row, you won't miss the brawl. Big hits, KOs, we got it all.
Welcome back to Ringside Ramble. It's me, Niall, here bringing you all the latest news, views, and breakdowns from around the world of professional boxing. In this video, I'm going to be giving my reaction and early prediction to the huge fight that was announced this evening as part of an absolutely incredible supercard on February 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as Callum Smith faces Joshua Buatsi in what has to be, in my opinion, the biggest domestic light heavyweight fight there can be. One of the biggest domestic fights in the UK. Of course, it's not taking place in the UK, obviously, but between two UK fighters, Buatsi and Smith, probably the third and fourth best light heavyweights in the world, whatever way you want to kind of place them. I think they're both better than Anthony Yard, so this is a real fascinating fight. Um, yeah, so I'll be giving my reaction and prediction to that one. But as I mentioned, the super card, the greatest card we've ever seen, announced this evening, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. February 22nd, part of Riyadh season, headlined by Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol rematch for the undisputed light heavyweight title. But every single fight on the card's a main event. It really is, and we've never seen that before. It is the greatest card in the history of this sport. So yeah, I'll be having reactions and predictions to every fight on this card on the channel over the next couple of days. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. I'd really appreciate if you could give them a watch, give them a like, give them a share if you enjoyed them, and subscribe to the channel. Most of all, it really helped me out. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you enjoy, I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, Joshua Buatsi and Callum Smith, fantastic fight. Came kind of out of nowhere. Callum Smith just returned this weekend. Just a couple of nights ago in Birmingham, to shake off the ring rust. He beat Carlos Galvan, I believe Carlos Galvan is his name, on the undercard of Edwards Yafai. It was his first fight since he lost to the top dog at light heavyweight Artur Beterbiev in January in Canada. Of course, no shame in that. But yeah, I'm a big Callum Smith fan. I've always liked Callum Smith since early on. When he was blitzing through a domestic level. When he blitzed Rocky Fielding and around, he blitzed Mohammedian around for the European title. I thought Callum Smith was on a fast track to the top. I just think he was such a kind of fascinating fighter with his dimensions at super middleweight, his reach and his power. He was just blitzing through everybody, and with his size and, yeah, as I said, his size and strength, I thought he was going to be the top dog. He did win a world title, of course. His career went a bit quiet, but he got his opportunity in the World Boxing Super Series, the great initiative, the Super Series at super middleweight, and he got a lot of flack for that. He was meant to fight Jurgen Bremer. He ended up fighting Nicky Holtzkin. Maybe made a little bit more of a meal of that than people thought he should have, but Holtzkin's a tough man. He beat Eric Skoglund. Skoglund's a good fighter. I don't think there's a shame in Skoglund causing Smith problems. I think Skoglund is a really good fighter, and I think he would have proved it if kind of, unfortunately, his career-ending injury occurred. But yeah, I think he got through those tests, and then George Groves, when he won the world title in the final of the Super Series, a lot of people gave him stick for that, saying Groves was shot to bits. He was past his best, but it's just to discredit Callum Smith's win. I think it's still a top win. Groves, a quality fighter, seemed to get better as he got older. He was past his best. He was probably carrying a bit of an injury, but Callum Smith went in and blitzed him, done the job he was expected, and won the world title. So, we got other kind of. He's had bad nights at the office. The John Ryder fight was a really bad night. He was very fortunate to get that decision, and then of course lost to Canelo. No shame in that at all. Lost to Canelo in America, and then moved up to light heavyweight. That was a super middleweight 10 year over, and he moved up to light heavyweight, which was long expected, as I said, with his size and his reach. He was a huge super middleweight. So it was only a matter of time before he moved up, and a lot of people, me included, expected the best of him at light heavyweight. Went a little bit quiet. He beat Castillo with the highlight reel KO. He beat Leak and then faced Beterbiev. I thought he'd do well against Beterbiev, more Phil me. I thought he could beat Beterbiev with Beterbiev's age, inactivity, injuries, all that stuff. I thought Callum Smith filled out now at light heavyweight. I thought, this is his peak weight division. At least light heavyweight is his peak weight division, and I thought he could cause Beterbiev problems. But as I say, more film me. He was beaten, he was broken down and stopped. But we know there's no shame in that. We really there's no shame in that. We seen that last time what Beterbiev done to Bivol. But yeah, Callum Smith back now against Joshua Buatsi in a real fascinating fight. Joshua Buatsi, a quality fighter, you know, similar to Callum Smith. Thought he was on a kind of fast track to the top when he turned pro. Of course, after his amateur career, standout amateur career, a lot of people thought he was en route to world titles. And then it went stagnant. It's a pity it went stagnant under kind of the trainer Virgil Hunter. Went very quiet for a few years, and it was dreadfully underwhelming. But he got back. He had good wins. To prove that he belonged where he did. He had good wins at European level. Beat the likes of Craig Richards, beat Willie Hutchinson. Good wins. Beat Dan Aziz. To prove that he's levels above this now. He's levels above kind of domestic and European level. And now Callum Smith is kind of another step up again to that fringe world level at light heavyweight or world class. Callum Smith realistically is a world class light heavyweight. He's just in a division with Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. So this is a really fascinating fight at the perfect time for both men. It really is. They're the third and fourth best light heavyweights in the world. The winner is going to get to fight for a world title next, more than likely. And the winner, if the belts become fragmented, the winner could definitely pick up a world title. Light heavyweight's not the strongest division now outside of these names. You have the likes of Anthony Yard, but I think Buatsi and Smith. I've never got the Yard hype. I think Buatsi and Smith are levels above Anthony Yard. So I'm delighted it's Buatsi and Smith and not Buatsi Yard, although it'll be a decent fight, or Buatsi or Yard and Smith. So yeah, this is the best fight that can be made in that division outside the champions. It really is. So I'm buzzing with this. I really am. In terms of a prediction, you know, Buatsi, what does Buatsi have the edge in? Boxing ability? Yeah, IQ from the amateur background, the standout amateur background, more well skilled than Smith. Quicker hands. Maybe a bit more clever in how he throws his shots, although Smith puts his shots together well. Very educated puncher to head and body. But I think Buatsi is quicker, has a better IQ, probably more, I don't want to say more kind of more tested against a suitable standard of opposition, if you understand what I'm saying. We stepped through the ranks against the likes of Craig Richards, Dan Aziz, Willie Hutchinson. Callum Smith shared the ring with Canelo and Beterbiev, but between that, the opponents have been underwhelming, which has led him to lose comfortably to Canelo and Beterbiev. But I think Buatsi, it took a while, but I think he's building himself in the perfect way here. And I think Callum Smith's a step in the right direction. Callum Smith, what's he have the advantage of? He has size, reach, punching power. These are all favour Callum Smith in this one. As I mentioned, he can put his shots together well to head and body, particularly body puncher. He's a really, really clever body puncher, Callum Smith, and of course he has big power. So yeah, he's big, he's rangy, he's strong. He has his negatives too, in terms of fighting kind of off the back foot or using that range at times. But yeah, he is the bigger and stronger man. But I'm struggling really to pick a winner here. I am. I can make a case for both men. I just I'll edge Buatsi on points. I think he's quicker and he's more well skilled. I think he can make more adjustments in this fight than Callum Smith can. I think he can sustain longer periods of success and be more versatile than Callum Smith. So I'm edging Joshua Buatsi on a razor thin points decision in this one. I think this is one of the hardest fights on the card to call. They're all hard fights to call, to be honest. As I mentioned, they're all main events in their own right, but I think this one could be the hardest to call. But I'm going Joshua Buatsi points win. Razor tie points win. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with me? Are you going for a Smith win here? How much are you looking forward to this fight? Do you think they're the third and fourth best light heavyweights in the world, and yeah, who comes out on top. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as I said at the start of the video, please, if you enjoy my content, I'd love it if you could subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, give it a share, follow us over on X. It'll really help me out so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, do all that good stuff. If you enjoy the content, then yeah, cannot wait for this card on February 22nd. So until next time, speak again and take care.